Welcome, Blues fans and hockey lovers. Today we're putting together the ultimate Mount Rushmore of St. Louis Blues legends. No need for chisels or granite, just your love for the game and a little fun. Let's celebrate the players who made this team what it is today. Now let's kick things off with a fun thought. Imagine a world where hockey legends not only rule the ice, but have a sense of humor that could even make a Zamboni driver crack a smile. Sounds like the perfect mix of talent and personality, right? Let's dive in. Bernie Federko. The man who made assists look like magic tricks. You'd think he was handing out free samples with how often he set up his teammates. Brett Hull, the Golden Brett himself, who could score from anywhere on the ice. Seriously, if he were a pizza, he'd be the everything topping. Al MacInnis, known for his slapshot that could probably break the sound barrier. Al's shot was so powerful that we're still looking for the puck he sent into orbit. And our mystery player. Well, let's just say this player had a style so unique that even their shadow was a little jealous. All right, grab your jerseys and get comfy, because we're about to take a fun ride through the legacy of these legends. When it comes to the St. Louis Blues, their skills aren't the only thing that's legendary. Wait till you hear the stories. The St. Louis Blues, established in 1967, were one of the first expansion teams in the NHL, joining the league during its expansion from 6 to 12 teams. Initially, the Blues made an immediate impact by reaching the Stanley Cup finals in their first 3 seasons, although they were unable to secure a championship. The team faced struggles for many years, but in the 1990s, things started to turn around with the rise of star players like Brett Hull and Adam Oates. After years of close calls, the Blues finally reached the top by winning their first Stanley Cup in 2019, defeating the Boston Bruins in an intense 7-game series. With a fan base that's as passionate as it gets and deep ties to the community, the Blues are still a force to be reckoned with in the NHL, always pushing for more success on the ice. First player on the Mount Rushmore is Bernie Federko, the first player in NHL history to record 50 or more assists in 10 consecutive seasons. Federko was the heart and soul of the Blues for over a decade. Drafted 7th overall in 1976, he made an immediate impact, becoming one of the most consistent playmakers in league history. Federko played 13 seasons in St. Louis, tallying 1,073 points in 927 games. He still holds the franchise record for assists and ranks second in total points. While he never won a Stanley Cup with the Blues, his leadership and ability to control the game made him a cornerstone of the franchise. Inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2002, Federko's legacy lives on as one of the greatest playmakers in NHL history. He was the engine that made the Blues offense run throughout the late 70s and 80s. Second player on the Mount Rushmore Islands, Brett Hull. If there's one name that defines Blues hockey in the 90s, it's Brett Hull, the Golden Brett, one of the purest goal scorers the game has ever seen. His shot was a weapon, his accuracy was unmatched, and his ability to find the back of the net was legendary. Hull's 86-goal season in 1991 is one of the most incredible offensive displays in NHL history. He scored over 50 goals in 5 straight seasons and became the face of the Blues franchise. By the time he left St. Louis, Hull had 527 goals and 936 points in the Blues uniform. Even though Brett Hull won his Stanley Cups elsewhere, his impact on the Blues is impossible to ignore. With his statue standing proudly outside Enterprise Center, it's clear that his legacy lives on. Hull helped turn St. Louis into one of the most passionate hockey cities, and his time with the Blues was a key part of shaping the franchise into what it is today. Third player on the Mount Rushmore is Al MacInnis. When you think of legendary defensemen, Al MacInnis is always in the conversation. His slap shot was feared across the league, and his ability to control the game from the blue line was second to none. MacInnis played the last decade of his career in St. Louis, but his impact was enormous. He brought leadership, skill, and defensive dominance to the Blues, culminating in a Norris Trophy win in 1999. His 452 points in a Blues uniform don't fully capture his influence. He was the backbone of the team's defense for years and helped mentor a new generation of Blues blue liners. All right, it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Who is the mystery player that rounds out our Mount Rushmore? Fourth mystery player on the Mount Rushmore Islands, Chris Pronger. Few players have ever commanded the game like Chris Pronger. A physical force, an elite playmaker, and a shutdown defender, all rolled into one. He was the complete package. In 2000, Pronger became the first Blues player to win both the Hart and Norris trophies in the same season. That year, he was the most dominant player in the NHL, carrying the Blues to a President's Trophy. His ability to shut down the opposition while contributing offensively made him a generational talent. Though he eventually won his cup elsewhere, his impact in St. Louis is unforgettable. He set the standard for elite defensemen and remains one of the greatest to ever wear the blue note. Honorable mentions. The St. Louis Blues franchise is celebrated for its rich history and exceptional talent, with honorable mentions including Curtis Joseph, a standout goaltender in the 1990s, earned a reputation for his acrobatic saves and resilience in net, becoming a fan favorite. Pavel Demitra, known for his offensive skill and playmaking ability, left a lasting impact during his tenure with the Blues, showcasing his talent as a versatile forward. Keith Tkachuk, a powerful winger and two-time All-Star, brought toughness and scoring prowess to the team, while Brian Sutter, a gritty forward and longtime captain, exemplified leadership and determination. Vladimir Tarasenko, an elite sniper and key player in the Blues' 2019 Stanley Cup victory, has consistently been a top offensive threat. Lastly, Al Arbour, though primarily known for his coaching success with the New York Islanders, also contributed to the Blues as a player, embodying the spirit of dedication and excellence. Together, these players have significantly shaped the identity of the Blues and contributed to their storied legacy in the NHL. There you have it, Bernie Federko, Brett Hull, Al MacInnis, and Chris Pronger, four legends, four eras, one franchise. The St. Louis Blues Mount Rushmore. But what do you think? Thanks for tuning in to Sports Team History's Mount Rushmore of St. Louis Blues. Who would you add to this list? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more episodes of Mount Rushmore. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.